think there's something about the production of an animated movie that's quite different from live action, because live action happens very fast, you know, like you're in front of actors, you shoot them. Of course, you have to do a lot of special effects and stuff like that. In animation, everything is very slow. So that's the great thing about animation, is that you can decide everything, you know, like every line can be decided, you know, it's chosen. I think it comes from my childhood when, you know, in France we have a very big tradition of making tales with animals, like fables. I've learned all those tales when I was a kid, and I used to draw them, and then when I grew up I realized that I love drawing animals, even, you know, like going to zoos and just drawing the animals that were in front of me. The great thing about animals is that you can talk to any kind of audience. If I do a fox, you know, they won't think, oh, it's a Chinese fox, or if an American fox or a French fox, it's just a fox. It's really removing all the cultural barrier. I mean, the latest one that I talked about was actually a Chinese movie called, I think, Deep Sea, about like a little girl who is sort of like taken away in a world, in a realm under the ocean. It really struck me, this movie. It was really, really weird in a good way, you know, like very different from what I'm used to see. And again, that's what I loved about like watching animation movies, is that you connect with them very quickly. And at the same time, I could really feel like a whole culture behind it that's very different from mine, and something that I would have never thought of doing, like the kind of storytelling that I would never do. For me, I'm always focusing more, like, I always try to keep this sort of like innocence when I watch a movie. Is it like taking me away? Is it like making me feel strong things? So I'm not really putting barrier on the artistic quality of a movie. You know, you can make like a very strong emotional movie with very few drawings. And you can do the opposite, like making something like absolutely splendid with no story, and you will feel emotion. So that's more what I'm going to feel when I'm watching the movie. That's going to take over, you know, my judgment, I think.